Good evening, folks. I'm Baroque, and welcome back to Dragon Age: The Veilguard. After clearing out a load of different side quests, we've only a few more left to pick up from the lighthouse before we head back to the Wetlands and see where our main story continues. Most of the companion quests seem to be doing in 3 parts. We're in part 2 for most of them as we go. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well this evening. It's a bit chilly still. Have yourselves a warm beverage. Take it steady. Alright, who needs a seeing? Emmerich, Harding, Nev, and the others are having a chat. Then off we go. The Baroque Macaw. Oh, a dwarven rook here. Oh. On the library balcony. No. I'll give that a try for a moment. My goodness, it's gone full dwarf. So much dwarf. Sure, until I get some I fancy a little better. I'm glad I can at least change some decor now in this way. Cool. Go and see Emmerich then.
Hi, Emmerich. You've...
I knew it.
got a guest.
Ah, Rook. You remember the Hand of Glory?
Vaguely.
Hard to forget. You figure out what those Venatori who broke into the necropolis were doing with it.
The Hand is how they broke in. The simpler undead are blind to its bearer when its tapers are lit. Sadly, only a death mage could have provided them with this forbidden necromancy.
No, not more
For helping the
treachery.
Venatori, that has to stop.
Agreed. I've made some inquiries. This man is one of the death mage's victims. If he knows where this rogue necromancer is hiding, my corpse whispering will give us the answer.
The many uses of Speak with Dead. I don't think it's creepy, Rook.
Floor's all yours.
It shouldn't take long. I must warn you, it will be harder to coax answers from this poor man than from the dead I spoke to in the necropolis.
Why?
Let flame rekindle your sight. Let breath...
Because he wasn't looked after, or?
rise again. Who did this to you?
Eyes hidden. Dust and gold.
Give us a name.
They come for this one. The spirits shriek. They come.
A name?
Emmerich, that look.
Blackthorn.
Wait, the old Blizzard property? He's got a gun!
Return to your rest.
We've got to stop this. Whoever killed him wasn't gentle.
Wondrous and terrifying are the revelations of the dead.
Did that name you said mean anything?
Blackthorn Manor is an abandoned country house outside Navarra City.
Ah.
Our victim mentioned spirits. If they've also fallen prey to forbidden magic, they'll need our help as well.
Are we taking the hand with us?
Let's depart for Blackthorn when you're ready. I'd like to speak to the necromancer behind all this.
Very well, we'll probably head there next. Let me just go and check in with everybody else. House of the Dead. Now, the reason I put some inflection on that, there's an old Lord of the Rings pinball machine a family member used to own. And every time you went through the Paths of the Dead, Gimli would just scream from the back of it, "The Paths of the Dead!" And it just, oh, it was great.
I'll give you that.
Love to find it again
I
someday.
hunted a viper claw once, only to find a blood wraith at the end of the trail.
I found Ilario at the end of mine.
Who is the villain?
What good are you as an assassin without a mark to hunt?
He's hunting the gods, Davrin. Oh, got a load more of these. few more. The hands are just no. Let's go see Harding and Nev. That's Davrin's room. I'm an umpty. Wind it back around. Excuse me, gentlemen. So I simply have no sense of direction.
You're still working.
Just finishing some things up.
That's not creepy at all.
You're always up. It's a bit worrying.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me.
I know I don't have to, but you're not sleeping.
Oh, right. I have dreams now.
No.
When I go to sleep, I mean.
Dwarves don't dream. We never have.
Look, we know what's happening.
Solus used the dagger to rip the dreams from the Titans. Maybe when I touched it, the dreams came back? It's unnerving.
Can you imagine you've never had a dream before, then
It's like my
suddenly...
mind's telling a story to itself and is really bad at it.
It's not always great.
Really not selling this dream thing.
I've had fun dreams, sure, but lately they've been more scary.
Right. Nightmares. I've read about them.
Usually I'm being chased.
Where's a
or
fun concept with the
hunted.
dwarves?
There's something that glows red, just out of my sight, and I know it's gonna get me, but I don't know how.
Sounds
I
like a
know.
night terror, but red lyrium. Oh, it's saying cut off with Harding. I see. We've got our 3 front runners at the moment. I'm happy with that. I don't need to try and romance everyone.
And so you're here, thumbing through ledgers and unsure if you want to go to
I
bed.
did want to romance Harding
Yeah,
at the start of the game, but we
pretty
butted
much.
heads a lot at the start. We became
But
more
I already
friends.
feel better, having talked about it. And now, I'm gonna
Oh,
get
still
some
my
sleep
Inquisitor, though.
and hope the dreams
Well,
are
is that fair to Cassandra?
safe.
Good luck.
You'll be fine, I hope. Going to be red lyrium night terrors just appearing in the lighthouse. It's not a pleasant thought. Oh, it put the dwarf stuff out here as well. Oh, all over the shop there's dwarf stuff. Fancy. How about Nev? How we doing?
What are you doing?
The wisps are drawn to something around here. The boxes are baited with notes, baubles, things they steal.
Maybe they're drawn to you.
They've been seen here when I'm not. There's more to it.
Yes, let us
You
find
could
out
use
why
a
they're
break
here.
If you need extra eyes.
Knock yourself out.
Riveting case we've got here.
I follow the leads I've got. What? You don't like a good stakeout?
Yeah, got a story.
Maybe. If it comes with a story.
You got something in mind?
Damn it. Don't
All
put
right,
it on me.
Best stakeout. Go.
I
Hey.
once spent 9 days in a cramped attic keeping tabs on a suspect. He was posing as an Orlesian street mime.
Oh no.
That's your best stakeout.
Watching
You
the
know,
mime every
The
day.
show wasn't half bad. Plus, the attic was over a bakery. Best
Oh.
pie in Voldormer.
Don't make me hungry.
Can wisps measure up?
Got something.
We're that good.
Empty.
Oh, like a mousetrap?
We're still good.
Awkwardly failing together. Oh, got codex update. What do we get? Nev's case note. Wisps. It's not the room. Easy to rule out. I moved my stuff, but they followed. Back where we started. What are they after? They focus on the notes. Sometimes they'll circle a bauble or two, but mostly the notes. Why? Curiosity? Wisps for gnome, Foric. Emmerich's got a paper or free on the topic, and lucky me, I've got a desk full of mysteries and other people's secrets. So say they like an unanswered question, is that it? Is it all the notes or certain cases in particular? Their interests seem random, but is it? What's the pattern? They avoided anything related to the Opal Rose case. Coincidence? Too easy. Then again, wisps. Lara asked if this was a real case and I was keeping official notes. Yes. Oh, bless. Did we get another? We did. Case notes, the fade sky. More to this place than it's letting on. Solus's influence? Something more? Sometimes I hear the tide as I'm waking up. Disappears when I remember where I am. Could be me. Can't say I don't feel a little swept away. Now for a dozen ways and counting. Found Fred sitting on a little outcrop. Oh, Manfred. He pointed at the fade sky. Nothing new there I could see, but I'll keep an eye on it. Told Fred we can see half a Fadus in a day with the Illuvians, but we're all small next to that. Almost nothing. Fred hissed in response and left. Not sure how long I sat there, but suddenly he was back, handing me tea. Sat back down and we kept an eye on the sky. I love that she and Manfred are becoming such great friends. It's very nice for both of them. Oh, more people have moved around. We'll have a peek in on Davrin and Lucanus while we're here. Didn't realise mid-conversation they'd swap back to others. Heyo, AJ. A little bit high. Insomnia's just a son of a gun. And I'll take last night's 2 hours sleep more than 0. How are you holding up, bub? Ooh, he's got a
Sarah
note.
is dead after everything she did to me.
The joyous wyvern. And so the joyous wyvern ran over field and through the wood until she reached her long mist cave and thought, yes, this was good. An excerpt from The Joyous Wyvern by Gillian Cavano. Note attached in Lucanus's handwriting. Emmerich, do the books here come from outside the Fade, or did the lighthouse create them? This was read to me of a small child. I have not seen a copy since. How is one here? Below, in Emmerich's handwriting. A fascinating line of inquiry. No doubt it is tied to the lighthouse's enchantments. If we could find a copy of the book back in our own realm, and then compare the two texts, we might learn if the one you found was taken from your memory. And then scrawled in Nev's hand, more proof this place senses pieces of our thoughts. It is a conundrum. I'm glad to hear it, bub.
To us!
Nope.
It should have been
You're right,
my
Spike.
life that finished this. Ilario denied me that.
Because he's the traitor, Lucanus. We know he's the traitor. Let me go sock him one. We'll find out in Act 3 of their companion quest. I do not doubt it. Davrin, you doing alright?
I need some time for now. Maybe later.
Yeah, no worries. I come in, you're having a big old funk by the fire. That's fine, bub. You good? Okay. It's just Tash and Balara having a natter on the staircase, I believe. You two hanging out here again, we alright?
You don't seem happy about your brother.
All my dwarven decorations now.
Sort of, but
They're a bit much, but
it's complicated.
You thought he was dead?
it's nice to change.
Now he's alive.
Which is good that he's not dead, I mean. But it's not him. Well, it is, but he's working with Anaris. It was easier before. I could think of the good things. Now he's back and I have to, I don't know, fix him?
We'll figure it out, Balara. It's okay.
That's a start.
I hope so.
We still don't know for sure, AJ, but I'm like 200% certain, absolutely, he is. No doubt in my mind. The Sword of Thunder, that sounds interesting. Anything else down and about over here? Any changes up by the flashbang? Portal room. Wants me to put a wisp in. Oh, that's what the caretaker meant. There's a wisp up here. Which means now I can get in this other door.
Can't do this without a wisp.
I just did, Rook. Let me check my codec again. It's always story time. We're nearly 60% of the way through. And surely I've missed a few. Sword of Thunder. This better be the only great sword in the game that we are yet to find. I know not where the blade came from, at least not originally. Deep into the crossroads I had ventured, and I found what seemed like the remains of a great battle. A fallen warrior clad in armour with a peculiar mark of heraldry on their chest. An 8-pointed star. The top and bottom points split in two. Scattered around them were the remains of several enormous insects. But even as I watched, all the bodies, both the warrior and their opponents, slowly dissolved into magic. Oh, pretty gross. Yet where the warrior had fallen remained a sword. It was a peculiar make, seemingly crafted out of many pieces, yet solid as if it had been forged from a single hammer blow. On its hilt was a strange triangle, its corners rounded, and when I touched it, I felt a jolt pass through me. A single word rose unbidden to my lips. Tarsis. I shuddered. There was no elven magic present in the blade, so I knew this was not the work of the Evanuris. If not them, who? The second time I touched the sword, I felt nothing. There was something oddly compelling about the weapon. Perhaps I'll bring it back to the lighthouse and Fenharel can see what he can make of it. Patient out. Ooh! Where is lightning sword and why haven't I got it yet? I am a big fan myself, AJ. Lightning and thunder, all my jam. Ooh. Logs from the watchtower. Though faded by time, this logbook is partially legible. Third watch. The Helenaris returned. I charged the wards, and they drifted over us unsuspecting, I hope. Uh-oh. Are enemies here? Sonnen argued again that we should turn the lances of the Vereneluvian upon the Helenaris, as if the Vereluvian were weapons rather than June's cleverest inventions. I pointed out, again, channeling the deep light of the Fade upon creatures born from it seems unwise, but wisdom is wasted on Sonnen. Later, wards dormant, Sonnen drinking. Later, wards dormant, Sonnen used Vereluvian to charge them. Drunk, he asked if I had ever looked into the lens of the lance beam and had seen them. I had no reply. Later, oh, he's literally just keeping notes as he watches. Wards dormant, Sonnen asleep. I must watch. I will not look. Oh yeah, Storm Sorcerer. I remember when they first came out, I was like, I need to make characters like this. A long time ago, I was like, I need to make, what's his, Laxus from Fairy Tail. Just big old thunder mage who can fly up and punch things and send them flying. And it was like, right, if I mix together Storm Sorcerer, Tempest Cleric, and maybe something in Monks, I can do something crazy. There are 3 thingies to light up. Do I need to do them all individually?
Now I'm getting somewhere.
Or is that wisp now free? Can't tell if that over there is another tower with a doohickey on it. Let's try swap into the other one and see what happens. Okay, it just appears to have been released.
That did it.
Now the beam's gone. Oh, another door in the library. Thank you, caretaker. Let's go investigate. I just wish they wouldn't flashbang every time. But this will be the door on the other side of the chamber. What do we got, game? Of course, it's more flashbang. The wolf's den. Ooh, it's Solus's little room. Where he puts a big old mural of his own face. Well done, Solus. Gold statues of himself. Now, you begin to think maybe he wasn't so humble after all. On riffs and research. Ritual research. These dense research notes appear to be studies of the Veil, ritual experiments and conversations with spirits. A few passages stand out. Rifts in this Veil are spawned by death and bloodshed, or their memory. Even mortal regrets have such power. The Evanuris are not given to introspection. Erosion of the walls about them may run slow. Their callousness is half their binding. Elsewhere, around an anatomical sketch. Reclaimed. No damage beyond repair. The anchor's condition, pardon me, used to both mend and destroy, is fascinating. A detailed study will consume what remains. It may also yield the final elements that have eluded me. Elsewhere, around a familiar ritual diagram. At last, all my sacrifices have paid for this. A perfect reparation. AJ Warlocks have some fun stuff too. There's enough on all of them to eventually win someone over. I do look forward to when all the new books coming out, seeing how they're updating it all. Elven Hammer. Oh, hang on, that had more stagger. My goodness, are we getting an upgrade? It is more rage generation, but I like the stacking defense thing I've got going on, and 6 higher isn't going to outdo that. Not as of yet, at least. Oh, this just overlooked down on all of it, where Solus could look down his nose at everyone involved. Seems fitting. That's the lighthouse explored, though. Both chests here as well. Very nice. When I view it, game, mark it as red. God damn it. Alrighty then. What's the Harding quest that's popped up? Oh, a present that needs doing. Fine, 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 fine. Run back downstairs. I'm not going to be able to drop, am I? No, it'll just respawn me up here. Preemptively closing me damn eyes. I'm just leaning into all the stereotypes, AJ. That's Davrin's place I was going for. Hardin's this one. Hey Hassan, how you doing? Give gift. Plant.
Feels like home.
That fits in with all the others. No, that just the gift giving just feels like something where it was like, had we more time, this would be more fleshed out. Such as it is. Caretaker, how am I doing with rep? I hadn't checked. Ooh, rank 9. Almost fully there with it. Can I do me hammer? Can. Getting into the rarer stuff though. That'll be worth it. I don't know. I don't know whether to do it on the plate piece yet, because I think I'll find something better. That one just does a tiny bit of healing. That's not worth it. Healing on kills seems pretty good. The other two I don't need. And again, we don't need to do our companions yet. I'll do that before the final mission. Same with rechecking enchants. Right. Which of my companions are where? 6, 6, 6, 6 again, and again, and again. Everybody at 6. Attached to the only romance, despite Bellara also having the romance option every time. And Lucanus, I only missed one, maybe. I don't know. These gaps appearing between the front runners. It doesn't matter who we take where at the moment. It sounds like you enjoyed a good old character arc there, AJ. It's been too long since I've played D&D. Far too long. One day, when time allows. Right, to the House of the Dead. And Rick tracks down a rogue necromancer in an abandoned Navaran mansion, where he discovers a terrible new... Why does everything have to be, like, foreshadowing and forbearing? Let me go and discover it, game. It's okay. You detonate weakened, but I do. Who applies, Sunder? Harding. Take Harding with us.
So, Blackthorn Manor. Let's hope that necromancer working with the Venatori is around.
There's a malaise amongst the spirits here. Some form of confinement. This must be the place.
Right. So, why do we bring that?
No, we did bring the hand.
It's essential we have the Hand of Glory.
Explain! You do this every time!
I'm just grateful you know what to do with it.
It's a fascinating piece. The magic laid upon a Hand of Glory is complex. Whoever killed its donor left their mark.
So it'll lead us to whoever cut it off.
Precisely.
Ah, there we go.
Most likely the necromancer who's been helping the Venatori. It would have taken extraordinary skill to layer the involutions on this artifact. What a waste of talent.
Bet whoever owned that hand agrees with you.
We'll put an end to whatever's happening in this manor. That, I promise.
Oh no.
Forbidden necromancy can twist spirits. We must find this death mage and stop whatever they've done to them.
Don't you go pseudo horror on me, game. Don't give me cheap jump scares. I'm too susceptible to it. Certainly going haunted house vibes. Any sneaky loot? Tiny bit. You're going to tell me it's locked, aren't you, game? Just in case it's not. I've got to do my due diligence first. We've got to look about. Wood and sod all. To the other side. Shortcut ladder. Not one of the knockdown kind. Or there. Or there. Behind it. Nout. Alright, thoroughly inspected. Oh. Mausoleum inscription. Here lies Lord Stoddard Ludlow Blackthorn, last of his line. His life and death spanned the world. The inscription erodes mid-word. Spanned the year. My brain went down to the following word. Don't know why. Get the feeling. Maybe the front door is locked. I'm gonna try open it. No, back with the puns, AJ. Aye, the handy hand of order. Can only imagine it will continue to be useful and not lead us into direct peril.
Well,
oh, the main house did open.
Necromancer here, they forgot to lock the door.
God damn
The
it.
Hand of Glory's magic points inward to the northeast.
Well, we're going outside first, Emmerich.
Shivers.
Never know. It might lead into the house, or I'm doing something sooner than I technically should be doing, but we'll see. If you give me the side path first, I'm gonna go do it. Ah! Just dropped immediately. Blow him up, please. Oh, it's put me in here by myself again. Beamed. Hold still, hold still. God damn it. Come back! Oh, hello, team. Let's do the one level of charge before it flies off again. Oh, it's doing that blast move that big undead guy did in the crossroads. There we go.
There are far fewer corpses here than there should be.
Alright, straight up rogue behaviour, AJ. Straight up rogue behaviour.
Necromancer in this
Don't
place
like
has
it.
already helped themselves to these crypts.
Oh. He didn't help himself very well. There's still a chest down here. Or maybe he simply did not want the recruit's hat. Crypts that open back out into the mountain. Aye, I welcomed him to the Ice Age, you might say. Gave him a chilly response. A cold reception. This is what happens when you bring puns to my door. At some point, you'll just lose me to them. You've been warned. Alright, into the house proper. Before we go, absolutely do, Lally. That door just growled at me. Okay, clear. Emmerich says we go up that way, so we go the opposite way. Locked door. Simply a different way up. Requires a key, so off we go. Three in one, AJ. That's very impressive. Round of applause for you, good sir.
These sigils. They can't be.
Smack my mic in an attempt to do it. Never again. No more applause. We saw these sigils in the necropolis, Emmerich. Is this one of your mates who have done something very, very naughty? Motion, please. Ink up. Seems like there's all else up here. Hop.
I've seen similar spell work into winter.
Our rogue necromancer has hidden something terrible behind this door.
Can you open it?
The door's seals are drawing on magic elsewhere in the manor, fueled by suffering.
Let's put an end to that and get this door open.
The hand of glory points to the northeast and southwest.
Oh, I didn't even notice there was something in there. Tale of the Blackthorns. History of Blackthorn Manor, followed by a note from Emmerich. When did he have time to write a note? We just opened it. There is a misconception that the Blackthorns originated outside Navarra, as their surname consists of 2 syllables instead of the usual Navarran 3. The family takes their name from the estate, which was a gift bestowed by Queen Vanisak. Vanisak? The 4th. 20 generations have walked its rolling meadows, fished its ponds, and nursed the gardens that delight the gentry fortunate enough to be invited to the autumn ball. Clearly written during better days, no one knows what truly befell the Blackthorns. There are rumours of salacious affairs, suspicious deaths, and untended crypts. I suspect the veil has always been thin around the manor. Perhaps its best-known scion has appeared to claim its halls. Seems like the kind of person who at one point owned a library, took all the books, and never rented out their house as one. Hoarded knowledge rather than shared it. Gigantic, sod-off personal library. Don't get me wrong, it'd be really cool. But when do you have the time? Oh, that was the key. Let me in. Don't climb it. Rook. Just grab the stuff. Notes and calculations. Thinking a stable tether here was worth the effort. No prying visitors so far. Time to plot the etheric variables. A joy after patching up the corpses in the Blackthorn crypts. I must find better guards for my work. Do you know what? That is a fair point. If you own this mansion and you are an undead, you can read these for your entire existence. The owner might well be undead. We did chase a necromancer here. It's all coming together. Yeah, but the family who owned the place first, well, then I suppose it's just passing things generationally down a family, isn't it?
Have you noticed anything strange about the Fade itself here?
Dwarves can't sense the Fade.
I'm sorry, I forgot. This place is
Yeah,
rather
Emmerich.
overwhelming. The spirits press closer than they should.
It's me and Harding here. It's the double insult. Tight corridors. Eerily lit. Oh, that's that art. Like, we found a piece of unique armor that was in that design. Bulwark of the Dead or something? It was all defensive stats and no ability power. It's probably where we're meant to go with the green fella stood at the end of the corridor, but let's have a little glance around here. To the booze! No booze for us. Sadness. Not the time for it. Not the day for it, neither. Okay, so that's just for a chest up there. Steady now, Rook. Do not attempt this in full plate armor. It will go terribly. Unless you're very sure of your athletic capabilities. Like in my brain, old Dungeon Master's just going, that's a DC 18, that's a DC 20, you're falling down. Plonk, 2d10 damage, maybe more. Can't help it. Okay, can I just... Ooh, not very good. Aptly named key for sure. Big piece of plate like that, I can't imagine would be very warm to wear, to be honest. Hang on, Skellington. It's a dead end anyway, right? We're right with you. In the bedroom. I don't want to sleep like...
What have they done?
You don't want to sleep with that behind you, right?
Sacrifices.
Some folks love skulls all over
And
stuff.
human.
To be fair... Oh, hello.
And demons.
Bonk.
That one.
Get in there. And again. Nope, I've forgotten. I know which button it is now to send the shield back again. Goodbye, ghost. Too much stagger.
Now what?
I must free the spirit
map.
bound here.
Could be of the manor, but it looks a little scattershot. Very strange.
Emmerich.
Someone's been harvesting their terror. Their souls. How dare they? What are they Come, I can sense another spirit trapped here in the mansion.
I mean, that sounds like very stereotypical necromancy behaviour in most games. Either raising the dead as an army, or harvesting the souls for power. The fact he seems like really affronted by it must mean it's not a constant. At least in the world of Fadas. Or at least from the necromancers of Nivara. An interesting take. I just like what they're doing with necromancy. Shame it didn't end up being a playable character.
One spirit has already weakened its seals.
Well,
Halfway there.
hang on. One of my skill trees is necromancy, isn't it? A reaper. Yeah, you work with a Morn Watch. Yeah, you can use scythes. Do a death tornado. I mean, it's not quite a necromancer. It's more of a death knight, really. Maybe the sorcerer can. It's pretty good, though. what fun insights your character might have. I know there's not huge amounts of that dialogue, but there's been enough for like my rook being a shadow dragon, where it's just chipped in every now and then. Oh, this just led us back around outside. Okay, okay. Oh no, I'm just saying trope-wise, AJ. Most stories tend to go straight for necromancy evil. That's why I'm enjoying how they're looking at it here. Like, the whole Navaran doing it ethically, Emmerich just being a charming old fella rather than just, yes, I'm a necromancer who lives in this cave and collects bones.
Huh. Must save a lot of beeswax.
Still got some of that flowery decor. Just overgrown more than intentional, like Emmerich's were. Too many boxes.
This place is huge. Why doesn't anyone live here anymore?
No one knows why the Veilguards abandoned their manor. Rumor hinted at a family tragedy. A perfect spot for our wayward necromancer to work unnoticed.
Oh, damn it. My memory of the monster manual was archliches not being inherently good. Did that change over time? No, it was always the process of becoming immortal. Inevitably, you will be tempted by darker rituals, forms of power seeking, etc. Okay, going against the tropes are nice. I don't have anything inherently against the standard necromancer stuff. It's just nice to see something different. Up. I did not mean to. Ooh! Don't you drop me off, game. Let me get whatever else is up here. No, no, fine. Boxes in a dead end. How about the other way then? Might be a bit more promising. Oh, big axe. It's nowhere near. It's not even close. The axes just haven't been up to snuff. Well, my overall, like, the books and stories of D&D are not as well versed as I would like. I've read a few collections of short stories. There was a big collection of audiobooks rather, that was on Audible at one point that I got. It was like Iced Tea narrating a Dritz Dorden story, which I very much enjoyed. There was one about a rogue in particular that I remember really liking, like swapping out poisons and stuff with like the master of the guild. It was really interesting. Oh. One. Another. It's alright, Emmerich. They're too squishy. Probably still, you know, be killing them a little more efficiently. I'm not missing. Come here. There you are. You swine. Get back here.
I must. it's over.
You're forcing that one with execution. You're forcing that one. Can respect what you were going for, but you're still very much forcing it. How are we doing, Emmerich? Oh, sorry, Skellington.
Emmerich, you okay?
Someone's been stealing the life, the essence of people who knew they were facing death. The effects persist.
Oh.
But the door we saw earlier should be unsealed.
Stealing their soul at the moment of death is extra nasty. I mean, that stands to reason, I think. It's a pretty significant moment.
All the seals have been extinguished. Excellent.
Right, let's have a quick
Let's
sip
open
of
that
his
door.
beverage. Make sure you all do the same. Keep yourselves hydrated. Oh, not another flashbang portal.
Someone's torn a path into the Fade.
That
It's
seems
imperative we find
dangerous.
and stop this necromancer from keeping the Fade open.
I'll be right with you. Once my stomach figures out which way is up.
Don't like those faces. They seem very stern. Wisp, do you want to come down here and help, or you're just kind of chilling up there?
Can't do this without a whiz.
There it is. There you go, little friend. What's down that way, though? Is that just a peek at what lies ahead? Potentially. Can't see myself making those jumps over. No. Oh, sorry, Wisp. I forgot you had a time limit. Go on.
Onwards. The hand of glory still points the way.
Like the slan from Lizardmen. No. No falling into the abyss, thank you. Invisible fade lightning. Great. Love to see it. Hear it. Treasure. Try down. I already did. But thank you. Oh, many hands. And a rage demon.
And a rage demon.
The way won't open until we defeat them.
Bear with me. Just need to do the weakened one on this. Let's drop on him. Don't you teleport now. There you are. Bang.
All the undead means we're getting close, right?
Our rogue
Too many
necromancer is
hands.
Exactly where we are. Why have they gone to such lengths to drain power from spirits?
The obverse of reality. In the Fade, form does not spring from function. It is separate in ways the waking world cannot permit. Nightmare's corridors have no real life counterparts. What determines which sections of the physical world are echoed in the Fade? Is there an underlying logic? Or glacial patterns past comprehension? Do our collective fears and longings craft what we see? The will of a mage is especially potent. We may learn to shape the Fade's pathways if we are ever mindful of the dangers this invites. An excerpted lecture from Professor Emmerich Volkerin. Advanced Studies. Oh, that was Emmerich's voice. Whoops! It was not meant to be quite so scary. Oh, absolutely, AJ. This game has proven not to be that difficult. Sometimes things are a little tanky, or there's a big level discrepancy, but even that can be defeated with persistence. But that's alright, I don't need every game to beat me into the mud. An ink-splattered note. Sinking worth Tever's stable effort. Prying so far visitors, variables, plot etheric. I don't know what that word means. Help. Dead key. Oh. Plot etheric help. Dead key she found. Some words just linked together because it's a mess of writing. Joy patching, corpse fawn, encrypt help. Gars, help work find, better, help. The rest sludges into a writhing mess. Great. I wasn't going mad, it was written that way on purpose. Oh, sneaky book section. Yeah. So many books it creates platforming. Librarian's dream or nightmare. Depends on the librarian, I suppose. Ooh. Which plate mail's that? Nah, it's just physical resistance. It's nothing special. I need heavy plate that does something fancy. This just telling me to drop and jump back over. Doesn't look like there's any more bits and bobs about. Onward then.
Down there! More victims!
I don't see the rogue necromancer yet.
I suspect they're nearby. Let's inspect their handiwork.
Hang on, Emmerich. There's a lot still to investigate. Oh, this doesn't go any further back that way. Alright. Oh, slippy slide. I just fell through that gap. Hope I'm not bugged out after this cutscene. Ah, our villain.
Late as always, Professor.
Not a student of his. Oh.
It can't be.
But what else would one expect from Navarra's most eminent meddler?
Johanna Hesenkos.
You've met?
Oh, the Professor and I have known each other for ages. But only one of us realized the Watchers
Unless
were
they
no
were
place
both
for a
teachers.
mage with ambition.
So she's an evil watcher. That's great.
Only if she's beyond hope.
Spare me your sanctimonious bleating.
Other side of the coin. I like the very arrogant animation on that.
That lantern could permanently tear open the fade here.
Correct. Only the foolhardy would shed blood near it in this state.
I don't know. I can hit it with my hammer.
So, let the Watchers mourn your pathetic death in the Fade, Emmerich Volkaren. Those that are left after my return.
Oh, the fingers and the wave. My goodness.
What is she planning?
Emmerich, we okay to fight?
Yes, Johanna took the lantern.
See this thing.
They're behind you.
They're in front of me too hard.
I don't let them win.
Goddamn spellcasters. Use wine. There we go.
I'll try freeing it, but I fear the worst.
Well, don't send me out of here yet, Emmerich. There's more I need to discover. Ooh. A legendary rune, you say? You take no damage from your current target for 10 seconds. Not bad. For the aggressive ones, though. No, absolutely. Huge amount of swag. Shame it was so brief.
Nothing. The spirit, its essence, is gone. Johanna's trapped it in her lantern.
Then let's find her.
He's very upset. It's not the one you're currently using, Emmerich. Let's see. More damage, more stagger. Vulnerabilities increase. We'll do that. We can always enchant it later. It's an upgrade. Nope.
There's no way out.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hmm?
Right, Brooke?
Harding straight panicking.
Always provides a way forward. We only need to search for it.
Then let's get looking.
I know there was a lot of options in the game where you could, like, remove help, remove hints, remove tutorials. I left it all on default, so... yeah, there it is. We're fine. Just had to walk near this statue.
Candle.
Light little candles of our
Let
own.
me think. We're in a receptive eddy of the Fade, and since Johanna's spirit summoning has already focused its mana, do you recall the ritual we performed in the Grand Necropolis? Concentrate on that memory.
Lighting memories
when we
for
were
the
lighting
dead.
candles?
Yep, I was right.
Find some more, and we can use them to leave this place.
Okay. Go find more pretty candles. I mean, I see loads of little candles, Emmerich, but...
Here's that last candle.
Excellent.
oh,
Place
you only
them
needed
on
2.
the pedestals, if you would.
Aye, Emmerich, I'm on my way. Ah,
We drift upon the echoes of the vast, eternal dream. Let them form a new configuration.
I mean, a bridge.
And with that,
Oh! A bone bridge.
A bridge. It works.
Nice that he put ribs on as a
must
guardrail.
find Johanna once we're out of
Vaguely.
here. This rift in the Fade will lie open until we deal with her.
Took me a moment. If you open the chest and it's spewing green out of it, best to run away.
You insufferable nuisances! How did you get out so quickly?
Oh, I thought might be another quest later.
Where's his voice coming from?
The Hand of Glory resonates. It's pointing to the main hall.
And to the main hall.
I can feel Johanna summoning hostile spirits. That portal into the Fade won't close until we defeat them.
But we still can't attack Hezenkos herself while she's holding that lantern.
The entire countryside would be torn apart in a maelstrom.
That's a pretty decent deterrent. You can just hold on yourself. Hit me and I explode the countryside. Make a mental DM's note of that.
So you crawled your way out of the Fade.
It's not difficult for those who treat spirits better than tools to an end, Johanna.
Sentimental drivel. You may.
She's just so done with his shit.
But Navarra City will know its new ruler.
Oh, and she wants to lead.
Look, that lantern's dangerous. Why don't we talk about this?
She won't care.
Dangerous to those who fail to realize what can be done with it. Though the professor clearly avoided mentioning his old colleague in exile.
He did.
We made every attempt to bring you to reason.
I gave you every chance to join me instead of whining endlessly about your mortality. But I must thank you for returning something dear to me.
Oh!
Lovely to have my hand back.
Emmerich. You could have grabbed that hard. No, let me hit it. Oh, gross. It's like those villains in Zelda. I don't want alt to do with it. Oh, it's skitterlacked, but no, I don't like it. Wow.
I'd exchanged it with the Venatori for some favors after entering this
Nuts!
condition.
Johanna, what have you done?
What you never had the courage to.
Demon summoning eyes. What one assumes. I don't know. Rampant ego.
Again.
Oh, Emmerich knows. That's fine. Let me knock this thing down. Sorry, ego. I do lots of damage. I'm trying, Emmerich. Too early. Zoid.
It's over. Emmerich still sends everything wrong.
We were successful. Johanna's magic no longer chains the
What's all this nice food doing down here?
Still.
Unspoiled. Look at how much cheese there is.
But let's talk back at the lighthouse.
Yeah, but let's take all this food with us, Rook. Like, look at it. Did you sacrifice their souls to create a banquet for yourself? Like, my goodness. No, I'm starving. Don't need the hat. Don't want to be using that chess piece. The weapon upgrade was not good enough. Who got a level up here? Emmerich got an item. I think Tash got an axe. Oh no, trinket upgrade. Burning damage. Ooh. Less defense per stack's pretty nice. Now at level 40, I should be able to get the other side of this. Yeah. After a sprint attack, use a light or a heavy to follow up with an additional hit. Which then leads me into more damage. More damage! And some healing. I don't quite know where the leveling tapers off, to be fair. Funeral finery for Emmerich. Bit more damage. Leech isn't something I'm interested in there. Alright, well, unless we can jump up a little higher into this little theory. Oh! Nick, the door be locked! I think that's all she wrote. We're good to go, Emmerich.
At least we freed those spirits from their suffering.
We did.
Shall we depart?
Aye, aye. Back to the lighthouse.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
Gladly.
It's like me and Rook are always on the same page. Mostly. Not always, but mostly.
Oh, the Song of the Chambers won't have anything on what Johanna's... Perhaps the Waking Scrolls? No. Manfred, have you seen the Fellmarch manuscript?
Manfred's trying. He's really been trying as Emmerich's, but look at how many books are on the floor for this usually organised gentleman. He's losing it.
You and Manfred need an extra pair of eyes for whatever this is?
I suppose it's time I explained this mess.
Now you threw the books on the floor.
Johanna Hesenkos
Oh.
was a watcher. She was banished for embracing the darker paths of our art. Forbidden magic, blood sacrifice, nothing is beyond her if it leads to power, recognition, or both.
Sounded like you knew her before all that.
We were friends once.
See, why is the romance? That's not a I'm sorry, I'm here for you. I am.
If it helps, you've got someone who cares right next to you.
That's very dear of you, but I'll be fine.
See, that's fine.
It's so cute how you're such a bad liar.
Things used to be much better between Johanna
Never
and me.
appropriate, Rook.
She truly was brilliant.
When you
And
are,
we
it's
got
on other people.
So well as students, we partnered on papers, rituals, research. Yet even then, Johanna considered the Watcher's oaths quaint. This isn't the first time we've crossed paths since she was exiled, but now I fear she's turned herself partly undead.
Yeah, but Emmerich, when we first saw you, you had a flaming green skull for a head. And you still haven't explained that.
Even after what she's done, I feel a little bad for her.
Well, undeath isn't always a disadvantage.
See?
But yes,
Clearly!
you saw Johanna's Lantern of Unwilling Souls. A necromancer could create monstrous undead with that much stolen life.
Ezenkos was yelling a lot about conquering Navarra City.
Are you stealing
Stop
life?
her, Rook.
Emmerich? Is all of this a facade?
Thank you, Manfred. Quite right. The Order's knowledge will see us.
I doubt the game will shift his character that harshly, but it is an outlying thread that has...
Hezekiah's had been stopped,
Oh, it's alright, Varric's going to tell us now.
but she had big plans for Navarra. City conquering, new ruler plans. And while she had some regrets about long-lost friendships, she knew her greatest invention was going to bring down the house.
I mean, as far as Varric's spoilerific, ominous narrative moments have been, that one was pretty tame. Like, sometimes he's like straight up, and they didn't know that an old relative in the background was waiting to stab them in the... Varric, please. Emmerich discovered an old colleague inside Blackthorn Manor, the exiled Morn Watcher Johanna Hezenkos. She had created a dangerous fade rift that lured in spirits so she could drain their power with an enchanted lantern. While Emmerich and the team closed the rift, Hezenkos escaped, boasting that she would use the now energized lantern to conquer Navarra City. Emmerich lamented the dark, power-hungry path his one-time friend had taken, but renewed his pledge to stop her. If I read it in an over-dramatically voice, it feels less patronising than the fact they pop up when we've immediately done a quest. Like, if we went into the journal and could, like, go to completed quests and then... Like, see where these things are? It already tells us. I know, it just seems like a really odd games design choice. And I don't quite understand it. Harding has a quest. Everybody else seems alright. Let's go check in. Give him... Manfred's been having it a little rough. We give him some rock, paper, scissors. Right, dwarves. Are you... me game? Are you shitting me? No, we gotta take a moment. That, right there, is a great sword. Yeah? Mm-hmm. We all see that, right? That is a great sword. It's model right there. Big, swingy, great sword. I don't have any great swords, game. Ooh, it's gonna irk me until we finish the playthrough. I just... like... writing choices, dialogue approach, time running out in game development. I understand and sympathise with a lot. But why no great swords?
And because I wanted to be here. Then it looks like we pleased everyone. Isn't that novel? Yep. It's great.
Tensions are rising. It's not just me. Tash wants a great sword too, and I don't blame him. Manfred, come here. Console me, dear friend. Good old Fred. About a rousing game. And he beat me! There is no solace for the pain I feel. Like that feeling in Lord of the Rings when Denethor just like, my line has ended! Hurl ourselves from the tower. Hey Harding, how are you getting on?
Meet me in Ravane? I've got sparring practice with the lords and I could use the sea air. So could you.
You know, that sounds quite nice.
You know what?
All right,
It does.
then. I'll see you soon.
This might actually open up the rest of Ravane. Potentially. I don't think anyone else had anything to say. If we wander vaguely near the doors, a speech bubble may pop up or not. That will be a good enough indicator. Clear. There were 2 in the kitchen. Oh. Waterlogged notes on the lighthouse. Who went and got these? The lighthouse is a fancier version of flying buildings into winter. I know we learnt that trick from the old elves. Takes more magic to keep rocks floating in the real world than out here, Nev. That has to be why ancient elves built so many things in the Fade. You don't have to use as much magic when you're always breathing it in, Balara. This place to not mess up my lungs. Tash, it's a fair point. The lighthouse is well warded. In any event, your respiratory system shouldn't be affected merely by being in the Fade. Emmerich. Okay, thanks. That's all I cared about. Tash. Why were these notes next to Asan's water dish, Davrin? I didn't move them, Balara. Nor I. Emmerich. Those damn wisps. Maybe the wisps are the real villain here. Out to get us. Oh, we got a lot more necromancy stuff. The dawn of consciousness. Well, we're getting into some heavy-handed stuff from Emmerich. Let us consider wisps, and the urges slighter than wisps. When do these forces, I dare not call them beings at this juncture, begin to change? How does one discern the slow shift from pure magic to that which can name its own interests? What begets a spirit's own self-reflection? These questions are the moral bedrock of necromancy, ever present and vital. They reveal the dignity inherent to us all, mortal and otherwise, by their answers. Beginning of a monograph by Professor Emmerich Volkarin, The Dawn of Consciousness, an exploration of the nature of the wisp. He's written so many books, like, must be undead, right? Must be undead. Hezencross's note, Necromancy's Potential. What the necromancers of the Grand Necropolis fail to understand again and again is how atrophied death magic is outside Nevarra. For Eldon's mages, blindly following the old elemental primers. Orlay's mages, too caught up in politics to risk looking unseemly. To Winter's mages, some decent death magic, hobbled by their obsession with blood. The free marches aren't even worth considering after the disaster in Kirkwall. We Nevarra have the only mages to specialize in the very art of life and death itself, yet none of the doddering rulers of our little kingdom has the slightest interest in what we could accomplish. There's the seed of something that gets dangerous. Terms of a bargain. You may find this interesting, Nev. Correspondence between Joanna and the Venatori from Blackthorn Manor. To the necromancer Hezencross. As agreed, 10,000 ingots of tempered silverite for a portion of the raw magic you siphoned from the Fade. When we last spoke, you indicated you need certain materials vital for a necromantic work beyond the imagination of your zealots. Our dignity would not normally suffer such insults as these yet again from you. But if you would be willing at last to share more necromantic tricks particular to the Watchers, we can supply more rarities for your grand project. 10,000 ignates? There wasn't a scrap of silverite in the manor. What's Joanna done with it all? Ah, and it made a bomb. Something to the effect of magical bomb. It's what they're always making with piles of ore and ignates. It's never to make the coolest sword in existence. It's always to make some kind of crazy explosive or ritual device. Alright, damage from a second hit increases, or 100% more stagger. Ooh! I'll do the stagger, it goes with my build. Who's that over there? Oh, Davrin's got to see Balara. Let's just see what they're nattering about before we move on. Go see what Hardin's up to with the Lords.
Balara, it seems like your brother Syrian's mixed up with the wrong crowd.
No shit, Davrin.
I still don't understand.
Well, the Grey Wardens have taught me that no one's beyond redemption.
Oh, there you go.
I hope so.
Yes. Brother being taken in by what appears to be an evil elven god. Not the ones from the main story, because they were at once, quote-unquote, good gods who went bad, but one of the bad ones. I was hoping the quest figured out, oh, that's actually the ones that were called bad ended up being good, but that doesn't seem to be the case. If anything, it seems more stereotypically evil than before. Oh, it's in the hall, not in the coast. Damn, no new area reveals then. Harding and... Look at this, you haven't come here yet, I don't think... Oh no, you did. You came and had a big fight in the middle. Lara, you haven't been here. Not going to be here for long, we're just doing Harding's quest and leaving. Oh, we should check in with the merchant too, actually. There's only the one here, as far. There might be someone in the bar, actually. I should double check. Hello!
Free tactical sheath with any purchase, worth at least 50 gold.
That's a lie. If I spend 50 gold right now, I'm not getting a tactical sheath, and you goddamn know it. See? There's unique heavy plate armor that does what I want. It's aggressive stats. Damn it. I need that to be ranked up immediately. Ooh. I'm going to upgrade that one. It's a potion that goes with my build. That's locked. They're locked. Damn it. Oh. Now I know where that is. I just need to remember. I've got all the other materials I need. I just need more rep with the folks here.
Get you at the hill.
And we've got about half of their zone left over, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's going to take another major main story beat. They fell to me death. Before opening up the rest of their quests. Oh, hello. Ballad of the Lords of Fortune. Oh, it's a good old song. I'm not going to sing it properly. I first met the Lord of Fortune on a ship bound for Ravane. That's Isabella then. She said, what's it got you looking sad with eyes so full of pain? And I said, my love is gone. It's a sad and tragic story. She said, hang on lad, it's not so bad, just need some golden glory. Lords of Fortune never want for drink or love or joy. In halls and caves and treasure vaults they find their priceless toys. There's gold to fill your coffers, or glory at the worst. You seem a gentle chantry lad, so we'll hit the gold holes first. I've not quite got the cadence, but we're trying. Gold and glory with the lords, gold and glory with the lords. Past traps and guards and dragons lie countless shining hordes. Gold and glory with the lords, gold and... It sounds like a Christian hymn. Reminds me of like church when I was a kid. With the lords we'll fight our way to fortune, with skill and spell and swords. She took me to Olay, we stole the jewelled mask. She took me down towards a man, we drank down every cask. That's better, it's more of a sea shanty. She left me in Rialto, we parted with a kiss. I later found she'd got my purse, but it wasn't really missed. Gold and glory with the lords, gold and glory with the lords. Past traps and guards and dragons lie countless shining hordes. Gold and glory with the lords, gold and glory with the lords. I fight my way to fortune now with skill and spell and swords. Wasn't that nice, everybody? 1 out of 10, can't sing, it's fine. Please record your own rendition, slap it on YouTube, and we'll compare. I'm sure you'll all do quite favourably.
Hey, sweet thing.
Heyo, Isabella. You don't actually have any new or interesting fights, do you? You're just going to offer the same arena.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you've got.
You've already seen it. You only offered me 10 waves and no crazy boss fight.
Oh, come on. I promised the kids a good show.
What kids? There are no kids here, Isabella. You are full of it. Unless you just mean the younger fighters, which, fair enough, she is like the lord of this place. We'll do some fights with Harding, I'm sure. Harding plans to hone her skill at the Hall of Valor and would enjoy company. Sure thing.
They said I could find you here.
Good timing. I think I'm done for the day. The Lords of Fortune don't mess around.
Came here to fight, Harding.
Hey, thanks for the lessons. I'll be back. I'm beat. I just gotta...
You just gotta...
Oh no.
Do you feel that? It's dark. And they're so afraid.
Harding?
So alone.
Harding? What's happening?
There's so many of them. All in my head. So much.
Shit. Oh, shit. I
love that absolute
hey,
panic.
Let's just talk. Talk to me.
I could feel it. Rippling through the stone. Confusion. Isolation. Fear.
Whose fear?
Whatever was after me has turned on the dwarves.
It's the red lyrium, right?
It's drawing me out. Drawing me down.
Like, we know where lyrium itself kind of comes from. We understand the whole, like, lack of dreams and history. There's still a question mark with red lyrium.
And if I know you, you're going to go because people are in danger.
More supportive than that, Rook. More supportive.
And so will I.
Good. That means whatever's out there better run.
Well, you've got to grips with yourself pretty quick there, Harding, I suppose.
Want to punch something?
Kind of. When you get those little companion quests, I'm happy to go have a chat, but I wish we'd actually, not necessarily done a bit of fight, but like a cutscene with a bit of fight, or we were on the spectator stand and we watched a fight a little bit, you know what I mean? Just a little bit more. There's been a lot of the companion ones where I'm like, oh, this is getting really interesting, this is getting really cool. And then it's like, how about we have this conversation, and then it fades to black. And they have the conversation without you, and it's like, just let me have the conversation. Please. As we assumed before, though. Development hell, time frames, unfortunate things. Harding's notes. Stalgard. Oh, that's the Kalshrok dwarf we met at the gates. Stalgard and I have been corresponding, and he's been patient with my endless questions. I've learned so much. Kalshrok society is structured differently from anything I know. They've abandoned the traditional dwarven caste system ages ago. Now you have people like Stalgard, a stonemason and also a midwife in training. I just assumed he was a warrior. Of course he's that too, because everyone in Kalshrok is a warrior, even Stalgard's sister, who is primarily a scholar. Everyone helps keep the Tige safe. Stalgard says he's got a few more months of deep road patrols before he goes back to his building projects. He gets really excited about mortar. Still don't know if Stalgard is his first name or his last, and it feels a bit rude to ask at this point. Oh, bless. It seems like, other than constant oppressive combat from the ever-encroaching Darkspawn, the dwarves of Kalshrok might be doing all right. I'm a little worried that there may well be cannibalism involved. It's hinted that they had to turn to something darker like the Darkspawn. Either that or they're just eating Darkspawn, which isn't quite as bad. I don't use my companion healing cooldowns that much. I haven't been in danger of needing revive. I'm going to take the less healing for more takedown damage. Yeah, and Pale of Reflection's good as long as we're not fighting bosses. Which, most often the time, we are not. Alrighty then. I believe that should be everything other than heading back to the wetlands. And this one quest in Ravane we can't do yet because something needs to happen there. Aye. And then we have a Tash quest there. More quests in the area. So we're taking Tash with us, which is Overwhelm and Weakened. That applies Weakened, that detonates Weakened. Ideally, I need some of that detonates Overwhelmed as well, so Nev might not cut it. The overlap isn't quite there. Oh, Emmerich's at 7. We're definitely not taking you then, Emmerich. Tash and Davrin really don't complement each other, just abilities-wise. Oh, Harding went to 7 as well. Nev and Tash then? We haven't really taken them together much. Yeah, we do that. We do Nev and Tash. Alright, I'm going to do a quick save of the game. And then, before we get back to the wetlands, I'm going to have me a quick bio break. Let me just tippity type that into the chat. Tippity tap tap. There we go. Click it back in. Oh, break a chair. We're fine. Alright. Refill your beverage, stretch your legs. I'll be back witches in a moment. See you soon. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. And just get wheeled in. To the wetlands. I'll make a controller. There we go. Alright, after everything that happened at Weissop. Be a lot of stragglers left here from the fight. An improved blight. Notes recovered from Weissop, translated from Elven by Bellaria, sent to Warden Antoine. The blight was active during our slumber. It can alter living creatures, but its shapes are crude, wasteful. Elganon has requested vassals worthy of a god. Quickening the Darkspawn's bones and quickening their ichor was trivial. Other alterations are underway. Pools of blight are easily coaxed to produce Darkspawn repeatedly. Some of their properties change without prompting. Their flesh is surprisingly malleable, vital, eager. It used to require greater effort to shape the blight. Did we accumulate more of it in our cells as we slept? Investigate later. Note from Bellaria. Is this Gillenane? Does she not know what she looks like? Or did she graft on extra bits before getting blighted? I don't know which is worse. It definitely feels like Gillenane. Go and check their inventory before we proceed.
All right. I think we can make this work.
Oh,
I took work orders from all the wardens.
Already?
Yeah, and some of the villagers too. You're going to be busy.
keep him real
Thanks.
chipper, Miller. Mila.
Hey, Mila. How are the wetlands?
Blighted?
Right.
The wardens have a lot
Shouldn't be
to
asking
do.
the child, really.
Let's get you ready.
Right, they're behind on the rank up. Near valuables, but what have you got? Sword for Davrin. Sure. A shield for Davrin. Very nice. Ooh, the upgrade for me. 20 defense per active advantage. Don't use the advantages that much. Ooh. Upgrade what I'm wearing right now. I know we want to swap to the unique one later, but that's pretty good. Upgrade for Davrin. That's rally stuff. Dunny care. What have we got? Resistances. Resistances. Burning damage. Great for someone's build. Ain't for mine. Advantages stuff again. Warden stuff. And in peace vigilance. A statue of a grey warden warrior. Lighter than expected. The helmet lifts to reveal a hollow interior. As if something was once concealed inside. Any transmogger fancy grabbing? Ooh. That axe, probably. That's a pretty nice axe. I don't know if that works on the hammer, though. Unfortunately. Oh, cheers for now, bub.
Good to go. You need anything?
Can mark that as red. It's easier to read them when I'm buying them from the shop than it is to find them here. It's getting a little unwieldy. It's another one of those attack my target that I keep forgetting. It's better stats overall, though.
Else, I'll be here.
Thanks, Holden. I'll see you around.
All done, that was it.
Are you all right?
If you hadn't made it.
It's not our time yet.
I'm glad they both got through.
How are you two holding up?
After Weishaupt, people are injured, grieving. As are we.
We haven't given up. There's just a lot to deal with.
Very fair. Research notes on the blight. A series of research notes with the first in Antoine's hand. Sample 1, spreading across the glass, more than expected. 2, a pulsing pattern different at first, now matches the others. Pulsing pattern now different than the others. Inconsistent behavior, but why? In Evka's hand. Inconsistent or creating a harmony? One that makes sense to the Blight. Yes, or a discordance with the same effect, but with each other, or with the gods? Was it something else? What would happen if we moved them closer together, or farther apart, or somewhere else? I wonder if I could hear it better. Or if there's an alchemical process that might disrupt it. Anton, this is your reminder to take a break. Love, Evka. Oh, bless him. I can't see both of them getting through by the end. Letters in the aftermath. Hey. Anton and Evka. I said the last letter would be the last, but I've got more questions. When someone is blighted, does it advance slowly or all at once? What if the person won't stop working or getting into trouble? Won't that make it advance quicker? Is the process all internal, or is it going to be obvious? How long, if you had to guess? Is there a point when your secret warden ritual will no longer help? Never's mentioned a thing or two about your wetlands. I know you've got your own problems. I'll take whatever answers you've got time to send. Tarquin. Corresponding letter sent to Minrathous. Oh, this is the Viper's mate who we did some quests for. Tarquin. I wish we could give you easy answers. The Blight changed so much we cannot promise things will go as we suggest, but our response will be as honest as we know. How quickly the Blight advances depends on the person and how severely they're blighted, but it's typically steady. It's more consistent when the person's general wounds are healed. Getting further blighted would likely complicate the matter, but nothing else should that we know of. There is little more you can watch for than what you've written us about already. We cannot give you a timeline, but it isn't years. I'm sorry. As for the Warden ritual, there isn't a time when it's too late, but if the person doesn't survive it, then that is instant. We won't conscript the Viper, but if he wishes, we'll be here. Yes, give him an out. Give him an out. I like him. I want him to fight with us in the final battles. Like, I know I made a choice, but I like him. Letters for after the calling. Pair of calling letters addressed to Evka and Anton. Meant to be opened when the sender is gone. Evka, I should have died once, but I was rescued. Became a Grey Warden. I had a second life, and that second life gave me you. You are my joy de vere, my joy. Do you know your face lights up when you see sparrows? You didn't know them growing up and found them later in life. We do much to restore what Blight destroys. At least we try. It's what we're supposed to do. But selfishly, if you are reading this, I tried to make a world with more sparrows in it for you. Je t'aimais, my French is terrible. It's been years. Je t'aimerai, toujours, Antoine. A second letter uses a cipher known only to the writer and recipient. Keys contained in their favourite book. That would have been quite the puzzle to give me both of those, wouldn't it? I think that's everything out within here, though. Aye. Right, let's see who else needs help. Trading dummies followed by Bitter Hour. Nug! One day, Nug. One day I will best you. Oh, the door's open up there now. Quick glance at his map. Oh, yes, we have stuff about. New areas down there. Only the one to pick up, at least, so it's not horrendous. Which one's the main quest? One all the way down here. That's the main quest. Okay, okay.
Hey, I'm Flynn, apprentice physician.
Hello, Flynn.
Everything all right?
I've been busy with patients, but I'm short on medical supplies. My mentor, Oscar, he should have some. He has a cabin outside the village.
Oscar's probably not doing
tell him
well.
you saw Flynn, and they could use his help.
Outside the village is probably already gone, but we'll look. just tell them how it is. I know it's not going to be good. Oh. Don't mind me. You're not using this. I'll just take that weave. It's always their weave. God damn it. Other merchant.
You need something scraped together? Just ask.
Fancy sword. I'm buying it. I'm never going to use it, but I'm buying it. Don't need that. How's that helm? Thin one? Nah, I'm going to prefer something a little chunkier. I don't like shields with all the spiny bits hanging on.
Come back if you need something.
Alright. Sure there was another merchant around here. Could well be wrong. Still just wish the mini-map was like a couple more zoomed out. You know what I mean? Just a little bit more.
I still can't.
So Flynn must be local.
Then they saw the blight surge through the place. It's home.
Patient notes. Wound still infected but improving. Applied fresh dressings and ink smears across the page. Oh. What are you applying? Finn's patient. Oh no. He woke up while I wrote the above note and grabbed my wrist with a sense of urgency. Oh, okay. He seemed to recognise that we haven't met. I was confused about whether I was a warden or if I'd been at Weishaupt. He was distressed by the idea that I might have been injured and wanted to make sure I'd made it out alright, asking the same question repeatedly. After reassuring him, the patient calmed and seemed to understand what was happening. However, he tensed again and said, "The gods. They're calling it and I don't want to hear it yet. Please, not yet." The gods are calling them? Something that answers to the blight in their blood, maybe?
Warden Alona, medic for the Order, or those of us here at least.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of patience, but I'll help as I can.
Thank you. It's very kind. Ooh, defense boost. Resistance boost. We'll take 'em. Siphon, don't you need? Ooh. Defense belt. Tempting. Might as well upgrade it. Again, those are things we'll be figuring out in the end. Time dilation. Why wouldn't you tell me what that does, game? Just to slow down, I assume? Oh, starting to run out of money again. Petite perch protector providing a small flicker of light. I'll take the candelabra. It says only one. Am I buying just the one, or it's repeatable? Okay. I wanted to check.
It's good to see you.
Likewise.
Rook, I'm Greta. Good to have you here.
You look a bit worried.
We're not sure where some of our wardens are. Beckett and a few others. We're supposed to check in. We need to look out for each other more than ever. It's just, I know they took Weishaupt hard, and I hope they're okay.
I'm happy to go and check in on them. Hastily written note. Efka and Anton were talking about clearing blight out there. Not if we hit it first. I'll bring you in, just keep it quiet. This is for us. Meet me later. Oh no. Went off to solve the problem themselves. Oh yeah, and another merchant.
Beer? Coffee? Pick your poison.
I have bought you out, friend. Don't mind me, just taking your weave.
It's Jacob. Flynn says you might be able to hear me. You know, you told me stories when I was sick. One of the wardens... There's wardens here now, anyway. Warden Antoine taught me one from Orlais. There once was a bard from Montsimard, whose tongue was made of purest silver.
Losing it in that blighted state. Another merchant.
The trees from the wetlands are unique. We've had lumber imported. It's not the same.
I am starting to run low on currency. costs are just going up. They must have gone up with my level once I hit 40. Carving of Andraste, Bride of the Maker. Her eyes are serene. Eyes that would see divine influence in the world. Eyes that would find the Maker in a dream. I need to be careful with my spending again. Carving of Havard, the Aegis of the Faith. His eyes are determined, filled with tears. Eyes that would weep for a lady and carry her ashes home. And that was a whole thing in the first game, the Ashes of Andraste, deciding what to do with them.
The cup. Color in the wood, a different pattern.
Supplies stashed at the Blight Grove. Meet there.
In the rings.
I guess we know where they went. That seems to be everything in town. Apart from that. Oh, was that way still locked? Yeah, that's still got some funky blight on the door.
I keep seeing Weishaupt.
Dog named Ostagar. He was a scrawny thing, last left in his litter. The man swore he was descended from the heroic Mabari of Ostagar, fearless dogs who saw the fifth blight. I couldn't have a dog. After that loss in the deep roads, what was left of my life was something I'd face alone. At night there was a fire. I hauled buckets with the rest of the villagers and we doused the flames. I found that scrawny puppy. Couldn't find the man anywhere. Tried to shoot the pup. 2 days out of the village and he came tumbling into my camp. I called him Ostagar and said he could stay, for now. I meant to find him a place to stay. A farm, quiet village, maybe some noble's villa. Ostagar never wanted to remain. For now turned into months, then a year. I couldn't imagine life without him. I thought we'd only be in Weishaupt a week. And then the Darkspawn army came, the archdemon, that god. Ostagar and I ran through the falling towers, clawed our way through the horde, and then for the first time in 3 years, Ostagar wasn't at my side. I was alone. When the wall collapsed and smoke filled the room, I pictured Ostagar running. Maybe he'd gotten away. Could escape from Weishaupt and find that farm I should have left him on in the first place. If I was alone, it would be okay if Ostagar was safe. I heard a Darkspawn snarl, then fall silent. I was dragged from the wreckage, though I wasn't sure I wanted to be. Ostagar was there, wagging his tail. Evkra and Anton told me there's trouble all over Phaedus. They asked if I'd go to Ferelden and send reports. I'll show Ostagar the ruins he's named for. I don't know if he's related to those fifth blight Mabari. To me, he's the best of them. From Warden Norris Jones. Oh, you love a good pet story, especially one with happy ending, don't you? No. Trying to remember that plot line in the Mabari from the first game. I remember the dogs themselves. I'm trying to remember the that stuff specifically.
More than a building. But we were supposed to protect it.
Failed at Weishaupt. We can wait for a chance to make up for that, or we take it. Just us. The Griffin-Guard Gate will earn our place out of here. Gate Guard, rather.
Wardens were meeting at the Grove, but they didn't want anyone to know.
The fools they were. Right, they're down and that way. Ooh, and that's there. Okay, that looks like the path that leads us to the new direction. Then Tash's is here. I'll do that one next. Lizard. Exploring a dragon's cave yields some new information for Tash. Oh no. Blighted dragons again.
Tosh, what are you doing?
She's not in her lair. I was ready. I could have fought her.
Tosh.
Doesn't matter. I can still look for clues. See if she'll turn into a monster.
Oh, I was
like
trying to
Jordan's
save the
archdemon
dragons.
did.
I have to figure this out. I'm a dragon slayer.
You are. But you don't have to do this alone.
I don't need help.
But we need you, all right? We cannot beat the gods without a dragon slayer.
Wait, look at that.
Ropes.
Kunari ropes. The Antam. They're the ones who've been blighting the dragons for the gods. Those fucking ropes. They tie her down with these ropes so they can blight her. They turn her into something blighted and ugly and wrong. Something she was never supposed to be. Chakra Toebra. Gotta be ready to fight her. I'm a dragon slayer.
She really cares for him.
I'm a crappy Kunari. I'm not really Ravani. I'm no good as a daughter. I'm not even...
Projecting,
I
I
can't
see.
even be a woman right. I have to be a dragon slayer.
You are?
You're a good dragon slayer, Tosh. You're also a good warrior, a good lord of fortune, and a good member of this team. We need you if we're going to stop the gods, and you need to believe in yourself. So tell me, what's really going on?
My mother put these ropes on me. She tied me up.
Kunari
Why did she
stuff.
do that? Is it because I didn't fit as a woman? Is it why I don't fit as a woman?
Tosh.
The Shadow Dragons say there are people who use they instead of he or she. They're not men or women. And I like how it feels when I imagine myself that way. But...
No, but then it's okay. Trying to fit in for your mother's sake.
I'm not supposed to breathe fire. Am I not supposed to feel like this? What does she want me to be?
Cares for you, so do I.
Your mother tried to stop you from breathing fire.
Oh,
because
now
she
there's
was worried
actual
the
romance.
Antam would find you. Did she ever try to stop you from being a warrior?
She didn't love it. She never stopped me.
Because she wanted you to be the powerful, beautiful person you are.
Aww.
Person, not woman.
There you go.
You tell me, Tosh, what feels right to you?
Then, person. And using they for myself. I really like how that feels.
That's what matters then.
But I don't want this to mess up stuff with you. I need to know if it changes how you feel about me.
Not at all. What matters to you exactly, Rook?
I fell for an amazing dragon hunter. And nothing is going to change the way I feel about them.
Oh, goodness. It's just how it's playing out with different companions where the romance options are popping up and not. Like, I hit every one of Balara's and there wasn't a single,
You anywhere that isn't
like,
a
romance.
Dragon Slayer.
Fair point.
It's alright.
Okay, bye.
Oh, okay. No, I tried something similar in Baldur's Gate 3, where I wanted to try and romance everyone just to see what would happen. And then it ended up, like, bugging out at the end of Act 1. Because at some point, you kind of pick, oh, who do you try and get with for the evening, right? The big camp scene after the battle with the Goblin Raid. And I had to reload, like, 2 hours worth of saves. Because it wasn't, it would just give me no options rather than any options. I imagine such things are fixed now, but at the time it was really frustrating. I didn't mind. End up going with Karlach.
Move quick.
And there was a bit of, what's the word? There was a bit of complication with, what was her name? Mizura, that was it. Will's devil patron. But even that, ow. Ow again. What I expected to be a, like, big deal was like one really intense argument, and then it was like yeah, but we're still together and it's fine, so it didn't really have consequences. I'd have probably respected it more if it had said, no player, you made your choice. You made Karlach really upset. No rants for you, but I can understand them not wanting to go that ham with it. At the end of the day, you know, especially with romancing games, players tend to really get fixated on someone, go for it. And if you don't respect that, it can be messy.
Beautiful.
Oh no.
Can you hear it singing?
A map of the hospital wetlands with the redoubt and nearby village were encircled. Across the village are words. Hold here.
A map and plans.
The missing wardens. Another lead.
He's gone. He was drawn to the tree.
Wonder what he saw.
Okay, we'll go around this way first. Still can't get this chest yet. It seems like this place needs to be unblighted or something. Another big event needs to happen here for it to change.
Maybe the blight messed with him. We'll tell the wardens.
I got a letter from Maevaris. She asked how you were doing after your talk.
Good. Yeah. Tell her I'm good.
She's around if you want to talk more.
Maybe. Yeah.
Cabin must be the physician. Flynn's mentor.
Is clearly gone.
We can still search it.
Up.
Look for medical supplies.
Blue buttons. Dried petals from a flower found throughout the Anderfells. Among the first to fade when blight emerges. These blue buttons smell of warm honey in rainy spring mornings. Things the blight forgets. All kinds of sweet little mementos, don't we?
There was a life here.
Yeah. Damn.
Want to try with strawberries for your griddle cake recipe? They look like tiny apples rather than strawberries, though. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Just through the eyeball. Nope.
Too sick to move.
As it just came and yeah. Don't like it. Sketch of a plant and a map with a few areas circled. The margin note reads, Runners bloom. Few places left. Light's moving fast. Time to leave and return? A risk, but anything for Marta. Must slow infection. Hold on, love. Oh, and that's how she ended up.
A notebook. It describes a local plant. Broner's bloom. None here. But Oscar left to find more. For his wife. If he left before the cabin was blighted.
Yeah, but... then his wife... if he is alive, then we have to tell him, and that sucks.
We might still find him out there.
It's probably still going to be quick at fast travel. Oh, wait, there's more this way. Check the areas behind me first. Nope. Slip off and die. Nope, we're fine. Already cleared out a load of stuff here, so this makes the process quite simple.
Broner's bloom. This was in the physician's book. It's been picked over.
Then the physician, Oscar, he was here. We need to keep looking.
The other one was this way? Yes.
Broner's bloom. Picked over like the last one.
Ugh, that doesn't help. We need the physician.
I mean, you might appreciate the plants anyway, Tash. Jumping around.
Dark spawn.
Here we go.
And dealt with.
Killed. Didn't have a chance.
Oh, and he dropped a load of the flowers.
It's
At least he
back.
didn't find out what
Bonus
happens to
brewer.
his wife.
This was the physician.
Small mercy.
Oscar.
We can take the supplies back, get the village some help, and Flynn some answers.
It's still pretty grim though, Nev. Still pretty grim. Alright, more this way then. More missing wardens, and then the main quest. Whatever it may be. Out me way, blighted pustule. Ah, loads more of them.
Bring them down and we'll clear a path.
You just deal with that.
Nice move, Tosh.
I think that pops a hole there, but we have stuff all over now. How big's this section? Alright, just round to the side. It's kind of lopped off.
Now let's see what they've got.
Oh. Okay, game. Hate the noise. In a way that it's well designed, like the way it screeches and pops is a good noise. It just makes me go. Both, please. Give me a skill point. Oh, I've been completely forgetting about my new sprint attacks. Just need to. Just need to get into the habit of using it. More damage. A well-loved die bowl. The simple pattern around this die bowl is slightly uneven. There's a chip missing near the top, and words carved in the bottom read, "Love forever, your bean." Oh. Silly beans. Right, looks like that's everything here though. Unless... No, it's fine. I wanted to check. Don't jump down there. We know that's just a pit of death. Because for some reason that's really deep swamp? Question mark?
Should be easier to travel through here. That will help the water.
And they're dead. Bones beneath the creek, verse 2. Yeah, and the folk song lyrics. She saw the strange light dancing. She thought she heard it speak. Come now, Ella, we are prancing from the bones beneath the creek. It's not good down here. The Underfells. Harding. Anderfels has a gloomy reputation. Most villages are small and sit on empty roads in the hills, off narrow tracks through the forest, or tucked away in the wetlands. Anderfels survives some of the worst blights in history. Of course, but it's a strange and fascinating place beyond that. Evka and I are never bored, and only sometimes nearly eaten or cursed, or well, you'll see what I mean. We'll be in the Anderfels a while yet, I think. If you find yourself here, be sure to find us. On the reverse, a map of the Anderfels has been annotated in Evka and Antoine's handwriting to include solitary inns, deep roads, entrances, and remote villages such as Inkwell, Benhold, and Lavendel. Oh, that could have been visible at one point. Ooh. You know, that's not bad, but I lose a lot of the defense, and that's currently where a lot of my damage is coming from. Oh, you're not dead.
Are you all right?
We wanted to prove we could stop the Darkspawn, that we deserve to be here.
You're about to pass out.
There had to be a reason we survived when so many others at Weishaupt. I'm not as bad as I look. I can get myself back to Lavendel.
All right.
Thank you.
Then you just need to struggle with the survivor's guilt. And
Need a
this.
moment to say goodbye.
More survivor's guilt. Hey, boy. Right. Apart from handing that one in. Let me hand that in before I go do the main. On the off chance, right? There is... Chances are, for a quest in the same area that you're going to do and, like, twizzle your way back to, it should be fine, but I've been burnt before. Flynn, I am so sorry.
We have Bronus Bloom.
That will really help. Thank you. Oscar, the physician, was he... or his wife, Marta?
Nope.
I'm sorry. They're gone. You were from here, right? You were Oscar's apprentice.
I knew him and Marta my whole life. I was at the end of my training. I'll make sure it's put to good use. With these plants, I can help the village, the wardens, whoever needs it.
With the Blight Surge, how have things been in the village?
Bad. People are scared. Some are sick. We know Darkspawn are out there, and that's a death without mercy. But this is the Anderfels. If you aren't dead, then you're still alive.
We do know it's a place where it's pretty grim for folk.
Sounds like Oscar was a good friend.
You could talk to him about anything and he'd be interested. Plants, books, sword training, listening to me figure myself out, the non-binary stuff. He was all ears. When I said I wanted to help people, he said he'd train me, but that I'd find my own ways too. And I'd have to tell him all about it.
You're doing good work. You're looking after
You're doing
people.
good work here. I'm glad I could help.
It's not just me. The wardens have a medic. Between the two of us, we'll get by.
Yeah, the other shopkeeper.
I want to help. I almost lost the chance.
What do you mean?
When the blight surged through, I nearly died. Evka and Antoine found me, but I was blighted. Past healing. They let me take the warden joining ritual. It saved my life, and gave me warden abilities.
Does that mean you're a Grey Warden?
It should mean I have no choice. The joining ingredients are rare. If that first warden had found me... Evka and Antoine said I'm welcome, but they're happy to see me continue as I am.
Oh yeah, let's ask about the ritual that can just kill people, sure. That won't be a touchy subject.
What's it like now?
I shouldn't go into the details. It
No, you
wasn't
shouldn't.
fun.
It's forbidden to
But
do so.
I'm here. Even if I'm different now.
So, Antoine and Evka are giving you a choice.
Maybe hinting
It's
that we can
against
do the same
Order's
to the
rules.
Viper.
Or it was. I don't know if they broke the rules or maybe something will change. What they did? But Evka said to stop thanking
I
them.
thought the joining was just you can. I didn't know there were any rules against it. Maybe in how it was prepared or something.
I know there's a lot that goes with it, but I'm glad Evka and Antoine found you.
Me too. It's just a lot to get used to. You know, I can sense the blight in my warden patients. I can't reverse it, but I think it helps my treatments.
Yeah.
I won't be killing Darkspawn, but I'll fight the blight my way.
Good on you, Flynn.
I'm still Lavendel's physician. Whatever else has changed, that hasn't.
Yeah, they're doing
I
good
think what
work.
you're doing here, helping the injured, it's great.
Thanks, Rook. Just try not to need my help personally. Between us, the medicines I mix taste awful.
They usually do.
No promises.
Once you get past a certain age, there was a medicine as a kid over here called Calpol. It just tasted like licking a strawberry. It was nice. Like that, but yogurt. As I've gotten older, medicines have only gotten worse. The Blight took Flynn's mentor. Team recovered medical supplies for Lavendel. Flynn revealed the Blight nearly killed them as well. Evker and Antoine found Flynn and let them take the Warden's joining ritual, saving their life. Flynn knows firsthand what the Blight can do and plans to use their new Blight sensing abilities to better help their patients.
You're breathing easier?
There you go.
You've got patience
Good on you, Flynn.
But if you had more questions about wood and stuff.
Ooh, and another level. Damage. Oh, nope, hit the wrong button. I wonder if, because our weapon damage, like, scales with my defense, right? Attacks, not necessarily... If that triggers with that ability and sends stuff over to ability damage as well, my damage might have just skyrocketed. Is that be nice? Takedown damage or defense? Takedown parts less. The stagger would have been better. Or defense. Keep building up my weapons damage. Oh, do any of these just have flat defense on them? They do, but I imagine I need to have them equipped for it to work. Hang on. It's going up. Hang on then. Any of you have some defense on you? Maybe my other weapons do matter. Damn, I should have been upgrading stuff then. It's still hard for me to know, to be fair. I'll take that one. Alright. Onward to the main quest. I get the feeling Elganon's just going to show up at some point and do some damage. That's the vibe. Like, we've run into Gillenane at Weishaupt. We were trying to catch her unawares, so now it's our turn to be caught unawares. You know what I mean? It feels like what's going to happen.
What? Nothing.
Hang on, you two. We've got to kill this thing first. Seems like a chunk more damage.
Let's go again.
You swine. How am I getting to you? This is all like unswimmable, I'm screwed water, isn't it? I had to check. Should have noticed by the map. Should have looked at the map first. That'd have been fine.
Nothing. You just looked lost in thought. In a good way. Maybe.
Oh.
Now, who could cause that?
It me.
Fun.
Just about. Wisp. What do you got, Wisp? Right, take you off somewhere. They're usually on a time limit, so... Where we going, friend? This way, maybe? Was still that old-ass building a while back that I couldn't gain access to yet. Oh, ladder. Thank you, Wisp. Anderfell's Azure. There's a reason the Grey Wardens wear blue. The scared old Wardens call the Anderfell's home. They carry with them and dress in clothes dyed unique Anderfell's blue. Oh. Was unaware that was why. The more you know.
This might have been what Davron was talking about. The Grey Warden redoubt that was attacked.
Mm-hmm. That car explode? What happened there? It's like a healing over time potion that I've got now. We'll have to bear that in mind. Ooh.
Wreck doesn't look new. Did the Blight dredge it up from somewhere?
Oh, that means the Blight's like at the bottom of the water. It's even scarier. Don't need a lake kept. Decent upgrade for him. Nope, give me that weave. Oh, it's a whole other area in this direction. Where are we at? Main quest is still that way. I can go off on a side pass. We got time. Unless it's all... Yeah, it's all locked off. Fair enough. And the vibe is this whole area is just going to get unblighted at some point. Or at least we gain a way to carve through it. Go see what the main quest wants then. Hello, hello. I'm about to drop into... Nope, we're alright. Up! And out again. Solid.
The Blight. It snaked its way up the whole building.
I mean, we can see that rock. It's pretty dangerous. I'm more worried about it being in the depths of the water than I am at climbing buildings. We've seen that before. Oh, hello. Oh, Davrin's suddenly here.
Yeah. A bad day at the cauldron.
What could do that?
And what have they been hiding inside?
Whatever it is, I'm sure they had good reasons for all the secrecy. Look at what happened to Weishaupt.
Must be something more secret than griffins. Be ready for anything.
What, that the wardens were hiding? Interesting that they've just put Davrin in here. Put over them. Ah, there you go. Hassan, if you could. Magical frame rate, Griffin. One day, he'll fly smoothly. One day, when he's older. Oh, it's a full-ass castle. Alright. Let me check this way first. Get the shortcut open. Feels like all these shortcuts were made and then fast travel was added later. So I can just fast travel over to the other side, so it kind of makes the shortcut irrelevant. I don't know. Depends on the development process, like at what point you put such things in. Is that what playtesting reveals? Always interesting to consider.
That's a lot of dead wardens.
Looks like a fight against the Gloomhowler went sour.
Oh, it's Davrin's actual quest. I thought this was main story. Ambush where, Nev? We know they're down there. A lock or a knockdown? It's a knockdown. My mistake. How about the ballista, though? Well, they're not going to let me play shooting gallery. It's fine. Game. Absolutely robbed of that. There you go. Bonk. Come on, team. You explode, I deal with more pustules.
This place has seen better days.
No.
If they named it the Cauldron, it probably wasn't great on its best day.
We should get Davrin. He could find a way in.
Get the feeling it's going to swap me at Davrin any second. Right, this is his quest. This is like his whole thing, so we'll go bring him in. We just did Tash's companion thing, so we can swap them out for him. Keep Nev for now. Nev was like lower on the companion level. I don't think I've even had these two in the party just to themselves. How far out does all this go? Chest up there. Nope, that's death water. Don't need anything to do with that. Up and around. Aye. Oh, that statue just got bodied. Ooh. Well, that was too optimistic. You never know, it might have worked. That, on the other hand, didn't feel like I needed to be optimistic. That felt like a surefire jump. Much better. Some mats. Keep having a looks about. Oh. Sam. Defense emblem? Nah, it's precision. I don't need that. Ah, overkill, but I haven't shot my ult in a while. Why not? Boop. There you go. Alright, statue, give me my weird little glowy pads to shoot at. Ew. You shot it at me. Who shot it at me? Where did it come from? It just fell out of the goddamn sky. Oh, suddenly I have like 12, like, what's happening with all those buffs? Keep checking around. More booty. Gimme, gimme. More weave. So much weave. At least everyone at Lighthouse will have really plump duvets. Ooh. Take that. This recruit hat's followed me around all day. Is that on me or is that an Assad? That's neither of us. Oh. Don't think I see any more at this angle. Fancy statue. Nope. Sometimes there's breakable walls, but... Yep, there's another ballista. Facing the other way? Nope. Also nope. Undulating blight, gross and disgusting. Now, this is hard stopped here, but it must have been aiming at something. No? Is it just to fight some enemies game? Or is there purpose here? That pile. Right on the shield. Nope. Alright. Sometimes things just are, I guess. Let's clear other than jumping down. So let's get down there and have a gander. Not something to read. It would be nice to see an old Great Warden Fortress without it always being attacked by the Blight, but that, I suppose, is kind of their thing. At least the rats survived. Well done, rats. Nothing. Nothing at all. Back round the other way then. You just come randomly from the sky. I was watching game. I didn't come from anywhere in particular. You two, come on. Yeah. It's alright, I just do a lot more damage than they do.
What's all this?
Don't know. Looks useful if you want to move heavy equipment or something. Maybe the cauldron's an armory.
Could be. Why hide it all the way out here? Doesn't make sense.
We won't know until we get inside.
Train tracks? Mining tracks? That's going to be death, isn't it? I had to know. Oh. Save a wisp. Haven't seen that before. Oh, and then wisp. Get you to a door or a chest or something before you despawn, eh? Oh. Frame rate said no. I'm going to take a moment. There it is. Come on, wisp. Don't you fade on me. Get in there. Ah. I mean, I was going for the loot, but fair enough, game, if the main quest needed to be here. Like, look at that differentiator, though. 700 difference on the stagger and the physical. It's just applying bleeding. Like, nah, not a chance. Nowhere near as good.
One boil down, one more to go.
Destroy the blight, lower the bridge. Got it.
And the other ballista then, maybe? It's giving me the vibe that the moment we get in there, we're going to discover something like, oh, the Wardens had this, and then Elganon's going to show up and nick it. That's the vibe I'm getting. Let's back the other way. I need to get back up again. 2 little pustules to destroy to open up that lever. Yeah, this is where we backed off from earlier. All the dead Wardens. Oh. We saw a miniaturized one of them. In Minrathous, people didn't know not what they were, they just kind of had statues of them. And it very specifically said, we don't know why it has horns, but I don't know, it just looks like a bull to me. Like a Warden research facility where they've been gathering stuff. Bird plaque. Receive shipment from Weishaupt. Take caution. The last person who held this sword was turned inside out. There's some incantation you need to say first, and as no one can pronounce it, best to keep it in this crate. Let me... What about me, though? Maybe it'll just be fine. Yeah, that'd have been funny. Just like an instant game over screen. You go and pick it up and then just explode. A good joke. Ooh. What on earth is a Nug doing in there, stood upright like that? Otherwise, it looks like an altar to Andraste, but what is the Nug doing? Why is there no plaque there? You can't just do that, game. You got to explain to me what's happening. Disgusting. Goddamn Nugs. Gigantic books. Necromancy. Dragon Relay. Who made books that big? The giants in the Dragon Age universe? Like, dragons are intelligent enough to read, sure, but they can transform into human forms. Why would they need books? Oh, we're entering an area with massive stuff. There's totally, like, the first giant in the series downstairs, isn't there? Oh, there's bones coming out of it. A new monster for cataloguing in the bestiary. Be very careful. It's not entirely dead. So it's just growing? Like bone growing? Yeah. Should have brought Emmerich. That just looks like a nasty trap. Got a head. Nobody knows what this is or what it does. It looks like a weapon. When our wardens captured it, they heard it growling. Our mages theorize it's a shapeshifter. Keep under lock and key. You know the door's open, right? That'd be more interesting if it attacked me or something. Chests and alchemical supplies. More weave. There's always more weave. Check the other plaque first. Just 'cause I'm curious if it actually says what's in the other one. Big green statue of some kind. Looks like a big coffin. Oh! Well, I guess we're not getting out this way. Where's this last one? Ah, nearly missed you. It's right underneath me, goddammit. I need a different angle. There you go. Hop. Let's do a quick save. Don't know what we're going into.
Bridge is down. We can get in now. We're in. Welcome to the Cauldron.
I still don't understand what this place is.
Let's find out.
You don't say welcome to somewhere you've never been before, Davrin. That's just weird. Like, welcome to the name of building here. Something you say if you've been before and are bringing mates, not... I know, Davrin.
The signs over these doors, they look like years. 325?
524 here.
There's 931.
Oh, so not all ancient.
The year they ended.
Oh.
That's not ominous.
Look for a door we can open.
Davrin, please. A Warden's Signet. It's a fire resist ring. And fire damage ring. And if you came in here with a fire build, you're going, oh, it's just made me build. Oh, I'm so excited. Hiya, San. How you doing? Oh, now it's become like Davrin specific quests then. What time are we on? Do we start this now? Or do we save it for tomorrow? I'm pushing it. I don't know if this is going to be 10 minutes. I don't know if this is going to be an hour. So I think we're going to hedge as bets. And we're going to call it here for this evening. Double check the name of it. The Cauldron. I'm looking for Davrin's Howler. Alright then. With that, folks, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed yourselves, hit that like button for me. Watch these videos through the algorithm so more folks can come and join this little community with us. Play some games, enjoy some stories together. Subscribe for more content here on the channel. On the weekdays, we're here at 9 AM UK time with World of Warcraft, and other games on an evening at 6 PM. Currently, more Dragon Age. And you can find playlists of all the games we've already covered right here on the channel to binge to your heart's content. So until next time, folks, much love, take care, and bye-bye.